What's going on, son of Ghoul?
How you been?
I've been keeping busy. I started my own little horror show.
Really?
Yeah, Rabbi Joe's Midnight Monster Manor.
Wow.
I did 15 episodes in the last year already.
You got to be one of a kind.
Because well, Mr. Lobo had me on his show a couple of times. Because in the lore of his show, Miss Mittens, his houseplant he has accent is Jewish. Because the lady who gave her to him, the weather lady at the TV station where he started at, was Jewish. So he's like, oh, if Miss Mittens' mom is Jewish, then Miss Mittens is Jewish. So, and that's been the lore for 25 years. And I guess about 5-6 years ago, he asked me, would I be Miss Mittens' rabbi? So I came to his studio, in Lancaster County, and because I worked for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania as a prison chaplain.
Oh yeah.
So I had some work out there. I'm usually my main place where I work is over near Scranton, that area. But once in a while, like actually this week, it was perfect because I had to go to the academy, which is in Lancaster County, and so I'd be halfway here. So it was like the way it started was like I have a YouTube channel for a long time, mostly religious stuff, and then I was like, I'm trying, like, how do I grow the channel? And I posted the Flying Serpent with George Zuko, just to see, because I know it's public domain, and it got, I don't know, like 20,000 views, something crazy, and it almost got my channel monetized, because I was like, how do you get to that? You got to have 1,000 subscribers. I had like 5,000 subscribers, and you need 4,000 in a year to get monetized. And then they were like, oh, we're taking away your monetization because you didn't add anything, even though it's public domain, you didn't add it. So they took away my monetization for like a year. I was like, but that's only one video out of thousands of videos. It was like, so I was like, all right, so then I maybe I'll be a host. I'll host the show, and then I tried that, didn't get 20,000 views. I was like, it's overthunk it too much.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just want to do it just for fun. So it's not nice to say, but I got AI to write me scripts, and I just started doing it, and I got 13 episodes done, and now I'm doing Old Mother Riley Meets the Vampires, my next one. So that's
yeah, I'm familiar with the movie.
Yeah, I remember I bought that on VHS when I was a kid. You have any tips for a horror host or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw away the scripts and just ad-lib it.
That's what I'd like to do. Yeah.
You know why? Because if you watch Sven Ghoul or any of those guys, they're reading everything off a prompter, almost everything.
Right.
Say. And it's not funny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand their sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell it's too phony. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
When you ad-lib it,
then
you just talk it.
Yeah.
People make it more believable.
Yeah.
So I'd go with that. Don't try to be a character. Just be you.
Yeah. That's what I do with my regular videos anyway. Yeah.
Well, just be you. You know what I mean? And ad-lib it, man. Don't worry about. Come up with something snappy, because most of the times it's not real funny.
Right.
Especially when somebody else writes it.
Right.
So if you do it and blow it, you can say, well, I ad-libbed it. They go, you ad-libbed it.
Yeah.
That's been my excuse for 40 years.
Some of the best shows are, so you ad-lib everything when you, pretty much?
When I did my first show in '86, I had somewhat of an idea of what I was going to do for that show.
Right.
When it was over, now what?
Uh-huh.
And I just winged it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would know that if I had to say certain things or plug something, I knew what the movie was, or if I was going to have a guest on or something. Yeah, some stuff like that I would know ahead of time, but I wouldn't script anything out.
Yeah.
I would just wing it.
Well, I know you're big into Three Stooges. Mm-hmm. I had a serendipity. I showed one of the episodes I did was the Devil Bat. And I was like, well, I'll throw in, there's 4 public domain Three Stooges shorts. I'll throw in Disorder in the Court. I didn't know. Did you know this? You know who the lead actress is in Disorder in the Court?
No.
She's not billed. It's Susan Karan, who's the same lead actress from The Devil Bat. And I put those two movies together, and as I was making the show, she's Gail Tempest in Disorder in the Court. That's the same actress from The Devil Bat.
Wow.
And she's not credited in Disorder in the Court. And I was like, up on Wikipedia, I was saying, I was in the middle of making this, and that made, you said, the serendipity of like not really planning it made it a little bit more, I think, a little bit more interesting,
Well, that's
So,
cool.
yeah. Oh, so that's good. I taught you something about this. I never knew who that actress was. I mean, I grew up watching both of those movies millions of times,
I never put the connection.
and I had no idea who that actress was,
That's cool to know.
Yeah.
That's cool. Thanks.
That's it. All right. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you. Good to see you.